What's good? You already know the vibes. It's your boy, Raider Honcho. We up in the building, man. Let me know what it's looking like. Let me know what it's sounding like. Let me know. Let me know. I kind of changed the lighting in here too, so let me know if that shit is trash or not. What's up? What's up? What's up? This a Q&A, baby. Get your questions in. Get your questions heard. Get your voice heard, man. You know I'm here for the people. Y'all just gonna have to deal with me eating, man. I'm hungry as shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I just got out of a job and shit. I gotta go get my kids in about an hour. Ain't no eating around them. Them motherfuckers eat all your food. So, what's up? What's up? What's up? How we living out there, yo? Let's get it percolating, man. Get your questions in. Young Rider, what's up? Johnny B, what up? Sebastian, what up? Raider Wolf, what up? Westside Sports Radio, what's up? Jesse, what's up? Nah, I'm not eating no McPoison, man. I mean some freaking Salisbury steak and some damn rice and some mac and cheese, you know. Trying to get that weight up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be out here in these streets all frail in the wintertime. Port City, what up? Queen, what up? Jersey weather's actually been pretty warm. For this time of year, it's pretty warm. It's like 50s. Usually it'd be like 20s, so it's like 50s right now. I'm about to smack this. Honcho, what is your score prediction? The thing is that I'm scared to give a score prediction because I feel like they're not gonna let us play. I feel like any minute they're gonna cancel the game. Gibby, what up? Nah, I'm not bulking. I stay bulked all year round, baby. Pause. Pause, pause, pause. But yeah, I mean, if we definitely gonna play the game, we definitely gonna win the game. Straight like that. Yeah. I'm in favor of extending Derek Carr's contract. I'm in favor of extending Derek Carr's contract. It was hilarious when you cleared your gun live. Oh yeah, I was wilding. I just had to make sure it wasn't one in the head. You know what I'm saying? All my gun people know. You take the clip out, you fuck around, forget there's one in the head. Motherfuckers end up dead. You feel me? I don't think Cleveland will forfeit. No. For what? For what? Man, they missing some players, but damn, they still got some starters. It ain't like they playing with their replacements. You think Carr takes 25 a minute? I think Carr's gonna take whatever it takes for him to just be a Raider. I think no matter what the lowest offer they gave him, I think he would take it just to stay a Raider and help build this team around him. I mean, how can you make a decision on extending Derek Carr or not before you get a head coach? Like, wouldn't the head coach decide that? Like, this shit is weird. That's why I'm like, fucking Raiders, man, losers. That's why I keep saying it. The fuck is all this noise going on outside? Every time I want to do fucking live, should we go after Adams? Cut Waller? Boy, you smoking crack? Cut him for what? Why would you cut him? Why would you cut him? I mean, to be honest, yo, you can ask me all the questions you want about Kenny Pickett. Before he did the fake slide, I never heard of him. I never heard of him. But my brother, like my blood brother, went to school with him. So I don't know if they was friends or not, but he fuck around being a Raider. We lit. But why would you want to cut? Why would you want to cut Waller? Laney, what up? Age and money? Age and money for what? What are we talking about? The thing about Derek Carr is like if you got rid of Derek Carr, you would have to agree you're taking a step back. Unless you're replacing him with somebody you know is better. You can't replace him with a Trevor Lawrence. You can't replace him with a Justin Fields. So it's like, unless you know for sure you're getting Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady, or that type of talent, that type of credentials, that type of, player, then you're taking a step backwards if you get rid of him. And anybody can disagree with me all they want. To me, that's just my opinion. And you can't, and for the people that's mad at Darren Waller because he's playing the game that's designed to beat him, and he's finding a way to beat the game, like, that shit not personal for me. Shit is business if that's what he's doing. It ain't like we're on a Super Bowl run and that motherfucker don't want to play. Can he pick it better than Trevor Lawrence? I don't think so. I don't fucking know. Because I don't know what Trevor Lawrence is going to be. It's the same thing I say about Derek Carr. I don't know how Trevor Lawrence will be if he was in a productively successful organization. He's on the fucking Jaguars. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like they put him in the best position. The starting running back who they drafted, who's going to be a monster, got injured. Urban Meyer's a fucking bum. You know what I mean? Like, so how can I judge Trevor Lawrence? But I didn't watch Trevor Lawrence in college thinking, oh my God, he's the next greatest thing to play quarterback. I didn't think that. And unless you're going to improve that offensive line and improve the wide receivers, that's what it would take for the Raiders quarterback to be successful. So if you're not going to fix the offensive line or fix the wide receivers or fix the defense, then the quarterback you put in there has to be one of the greatest of all time. And if you are going to fix the offensive line and the defense and get receivers, then you might as well keep Derek Carr. So either way you look at it, it's like, okay, no matter what quarterback you get, you're going to have to fix things. Check Carr's status in December. Facts. What are you pointing out? That he's unsuccessful? You're pointing out that he's not successful in December? Okay, but I don't think his teams are successful in December. It's not like, do you understand that other teams in NFL can win games without their quarterback being fucking great? Do you know that? And the Raiders can't, because the Raiders team is not good, let alone the quarterback. Like, damn, yeah, Derek Carr is not perfect. Derek Carr is not the greatest of all time. He's not. I don't think he ever will be. But he's good enough to win. You need to be a savage all year. Well, how much of a savage can you be when you don't have a number one wide receiver? How much of a savage can you be if the line isn't blocking for you? Like, I don't think Derek Carr is a different player. I just think that when you think about the end of the year, that's when you're going to get most of your injuries. I don't know how many times in December he had a full team, full everything in his favor to be the guy you want him to be. And you can say we're making excuses. Okay, I get it. But Tom Brady doesn't have to. Tom Brady has things in his favor late in the year, right? Aaron Rodgers, things in their favor late in the year. Like, I just think that you can't expect Derek Carr to be more than what he is. And what Derek Carr is a top 10 quarterback without another top 10 position around him outside of tight end. His tight end's not playing. Nah, I'm not eating no tamales. So that's the part I don't understand. It's like, if I asked you, is the line top 10? No. Is the receivers top 10? No. Is the running backs top 10? No. Is the defense top 10? No. You'll say no to all those things. So then how can you expect Derek Carr to be anything more than what he is, which is going to be average? He's not going. How can you be more than average when everything around you is below average? That's what I don't understand. Yeah, and y'all don't never explain that part to me. I'm gonna get to y'all comments. Let me finish busting down this food. I'm fucking hungry. Mafioso, appreciate you. Come through. This is what we do. I mean, I ain't always eating this shit, but right now, but I'm fucking hungry, man. I'm gonna fuck this up real quick. I'm gonna fuck up the chat. All right. What up, Queen? Saying last night, if you have Rodgers or Carr, if that old line ain't protecting them, we're gonna have the same problems. Yeah. I mean, I think Aaron Rodgers is better than Derek Carr. So I believe Aaron Rodgers would be able to do more. He would find a way to do something. Like that's what really superstar football players do. They find a way to do something. And if we were talking basketball, Aaron Rodgers to me would be somewhat of the Allen Iverson type. Who, even though his team is not that good around him, he'll find a way to be a playoff team. I think Aaron Rodgers is that good. But my counter argument would be like, well, if the only guy you can bring in is Aaron Rodgers, then there's not many quarterbacks you're going to draft that are going to be Aaron Rodgers, right? So I do think that Aaron Rodgers would find a way to be productive in this system. He would find a way. He would take more chances. He has a stronger arm. He has weight. He has better, like he makes throws that a lot of quarterbacks can't make. Therefore, he could take more chances that quarterbacks can't take. So he would be productive. But no, I appreciate the super. Would you rather have a coach who's primarily a leader or one who's primarily a play caller? Also, Dabo don't call plays at Clemson. I don't need the head coach to be an offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator. I need the head coach to be a guy that makes me want to run through the fucking wall. That's it. Period. If you don't have that, if you don't have a guy that the players respond to and say, I don't want to let this guy down, you know what I mean? I want a guy like that. I want a guy that's going to just make you feel like, yo, we can get it done. Carr is James Harden. Stats only. Hope he steps up. Proves me wrong. I don't know if I could say he's James Harden because James Harden has played with some great players and still couldn't get it done. I don't know if Derek Carr has played with any great players and hasn't gotten it done. Right? Like, I'm pretty sure James Harden has played with some, like, Derek Carr has not had a Russell Westbrook. Derek Carr has not had a Chris Paul. Like, Derek Carr didn't have a KD. Right? Like, I don't know if that's a good comparison because, yeah, I know talk about he has a lot of stats, but I don't think he's played with guys of that skill level. Like Russell Westbrook had his own team, regardless of what Russell Westbrook was putting up numbers. I mean, he has the record with triple doubles, right? Like, so he was scoring, passing, and rebounding. Derek Carr's never played with a guy who can do those things. So I don't think that comparison is fair. I think the comparison that I've always made is Chris Paul, because Chris Paul is a star point guard, a superstar point guard, but unless he has somebody who can score points with him, unless he has somebody who can play defense and stop somebody else, then Chris Paul just looks like a regular point guard, right? The minute you put him with Booker, Devin Booker, now look. So give Derek Carr a Devin Booker, which in my opinion is a Devontae Adams. Coaching is a big deal, guys. Coaching is a bigger deal than your thing. I mean, they're all rich, they're all professional. So how do you got to find somebody who can get through to them? You got to find somebody to get through with them, right? Morning, Honcho. I'm just so tired of the hate. Carr has never had a complete team. I'm always amazed at how DC has any success, really. Look, I agree. I don't think Derek Carr has had any really good teams with him. But let's say it is what it is. Derek Carr still needs to play better in moments. Even with the poor talent he's had around him, Derek Carr has been in position to score touchdowns for this team, and he hasn't. Period. And that's why I don't understand the whole fanboy title that I get, where it's like I'm saying what I just said. Even though Derek Carr doesn't have the most talent around him, he has still underperformed in situations. Period. I think Carr is a leader. I think Carr's the leader, but the thing is, you have to lead by example. And there's not many players on this Raiders team that has had success in the NFL. Like, think about it. Think about our best players on this team. Darren Waller's a practice guy, the practice team guy. Not a lot of success in the NFL outside of the Raiders. Max Crosby, only been a Raider. Ngakoue, Jaguars, or wherever he was at. Like, not a lot of success. Even the guys you bring in, Casey Hayward, I mean, he hasn't had a lot of team success. Right? So it's like you need guys to come in here that knows what it looks like to win, but can still perform at a level where they're helping the team win. Because at some point, you can rah all you want. Somebody has to show me how it's done. KJ Wright might know what it looks like to be on a winning team, but it's been a long time since he's actually done anything to put himself in a position to say, look, do it my way. I mean, he's getting smoked all over the field, missing tackles, too slow, too old. Right? And guys, I see a lot of a lot of stuff going around lately about Rich Gannon, and if you think Derek Carr is better than Rich Gannon and all this other stuff. And I think that oftentimes what happens is people just take things out of context, right? People take things out of context and they say whatever fits their narrative, right? But if you really want to talk about Rich Gannon, and I think Rich Gannon was a great quarterback for the Raiders, right? But people seem to forget that Rich Gannon wasn't a great quarterback previous to being a Raider. And this is what I mean by that. This is what I mean. So before Rich Gannon became a Raider, he threw 16 touchdowns, 12 touchdowns, 12 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns, 0 touchdowns, 6 touchdowns, 7 touchdowns, 10 touchdowns. So the most touchdowns Rich Gannon ever threw before he became a Raider was 16. Right? The first year he's a Raiders quarterback, he throws 24 touchdowns. The second year, he throws 28 touchdowns. The third year, he throws 27 touchdowns. Fourth year, he throws 26 touchdowns. So now I got to ask you, did Rich Gannon all of a sudden wake up and be a better quarterback? Or did he have things around him that provided him what he needed to be a better quarterback? I'm just saying, the most touchdowns he ever threw before being a Raider was 16. He didn't throw no less than 24 touchdowns as a starter for the Raiders. So I don't understand is that like, so Rich Gannon goes from being a guy who doesn't throw more than 3,000 yards. He never threw for 3,000 yards in his career. The first year he's on the Raiders, 3,800 yards. Next year, 3,400. Next year, 3,800. Year after that, 4,600 yards. He's had all his career highs as a Raider. So do you think it's Rich Gannon was really that great of a quarterback? Or was Rich Gannon a part of a really great team? Because he didn't put up none of these numbers before he got there. So when I talk about Derek Carr's putting up those numbers with nobody. Derek Carr's putting up those numbers with nobody. So you mean to tell me if you gave Derek Carr the same circumstances as you gave Rich Gannon, he wouldn't be just as successful? So that's what I'm saying. This guy, Rich Gannon, was a backup level quarterback. He comes to the Raiders, and all of a sudden he's MVP. You think that's because of him? Or you think it's because of the things that was put around him as part of it? So I already say, put some better things around Derek Carr and watch what'll happen. Because everybody will say, well, Derek Carr can't do more with less. Yeah, fine. So give him more. Give him more. Juan, appreciate the super. Why haven't D Jackson been more utilized? We need receivers with foot skills and hands. Renfro's the perfect example. This is what it's like. Derek Carr is very uncomfortable. Derek Carr is very uncomfortable. And Derek Carr doesn't trust his offensive line. And I think the numbers prove why. He's been sacked the most this year than he's ever been outside of 1 year in his career. And the season's not even over yet. He doesn't trust his line. He has to get the ball out quick. Most of Deshaun Jackson's routes are going to be downfield. Well, I mean, he doesn't really have the time to look downfield, for one. For two, he's not that used to throwing to Deshaun Jackson. Look how much he didn't utilize Henry Ruggs last year. And then look how much he used him this year. He has to get used to, like when you play quarterback, you throw to who you're used to throwing to. You throw to the guy that you're used to being in a certain spot. Well, he's throwing to the guys that he's used to throwing to right now. And that's just how it's going to be. That's just how it's going to be. Honcho, the leagues were different too between late 90s and early 2000s. Yeah, I agree. I don't know if Rich Gannon's skill set would be as successful now as it was then. But that's besides the point. The point I'm making is if you go look at Rich Gannon's history as an NFL quarterback, he wasn't good. He wasn't great. Right? And then he comes to the Raiders, and all of a sudden, 4 or 5 years, and he's arguably the greatest Raiders quarterback that some people think. Yaddy 8. I never heard somebody give a grown man so many excuses. What are the excuses? What are the excuses? If I don't tie my shoes and I run down the street and trip and fall, and somebody asks me, why did I fall? And I say, oh, it's because my shoes weren't tied. Is that an excuse? Or is that a justification or a reason of why I fell? So when somebody asks me a question, why don't we utilize Deshaun Jackson more, and I give you my personal opinion why is it an excuse? Now, I never heard so many grown men be so upset about another grown man answering questions. I never seen so many grown men upset that an NFL quarterback that plays for your favorite team is being supported by other grown-ups. I've never seen so many grown men be so fucking emotional about an opinion of an NFL quarterback. I don't understand. Because the problem is some of you people out there are so emotionally attached to your opinion because somewhere along the lines, somebody must have told you. And look, I understand. I understand the frustrations of losing. I know. I get it. But you can't let the frustration, right? If you're tired of losing, that's an emotion. Frustration is an emotion. Anger is an emotion. So when I say you're emotional, don't think I'm not talking Drake. I'm not talking emotional like simping. But you can't let your emotions of frustration and anger blind you from what's actually happening on the field. Right? I get it. And what I was saying before about some of you guys are so emotionally attached to your opinion because somebody around the world has told you your opinion is right, that there's no change in your mind. And just like you feel like I'm giving excuses of why I think Derek Carr is not the issue, well, you keep giving excuses of why you think he is the issue. The only difference is you're allowed to have those opinions. But when I have an opinion opposite of yours, I must be this or I must be that. Right? So how we collapsed 3 times in a row, my guy. Listen. If you didn't have Derek Carr, you wouldn't have collapsed. You're right. You wouldn't have collapsed if you didn't have Derek Carr. Because you would have never won in the first place. Like when you see a team collapse, it's a team issue. It's not one player. This isn't, you're making it seem like the guy went all season fucking scoring 40 points a game, and all of a sudden he gets to the end of the season and now he can't score. Well, it's a team sport. Derek Carr is not the only reason or the biggest reason why this team collapses. That comes from the top. right? Walmart, big organization. Amazon, big corporations. When they lose employees, their company still survives. Because as a company, they're ran to be successful regardless of how many pieces we lose. The Raiders are not built for success. So, yeah, they might look like they're starting off good and the beginning of the season is going well. But if you're not built for success, it only takes the smallest distraction, the smallest obstacle, the smallest injury before the shit crumbles. Because it wasn't built to survive. Y'all read the Three Little Pigs? They huffing, puffing, and shit blew down. Until you had something strong enough that couldn't fucking blow down. It's the same fucking principles. The Raiders are not built to withstand anything. So the minute something happens, they're going to fucking crumble. It's not pointed at one player. It looks like that because, like, well, we were winning before, now we're not. Yeah, because we wasn't built to win anyway. We have 3 games that we won because of overtime. That could be 3 more fucking losses. One of them was the first game of the season. One was the third game of the season. Imagine Carr with Cooper and Wilder. These are combos wouldn't exist. Can't give a cop just a flashlight and expect him to protect y'all. Hey, poor city, I respect it. I respect it. I respect it. I say they keep Carr for 1 more year and try getting him on a cheap deal until they find a better prospect. Carr is not perfect. Is not a perfect quarterback, but who he is. Well, Jimmy, appreciate it. I just don't understand. Like, look, the team collapses. Yeah, that sounds like a fucking team problem. Why is it one person? Why is Darren Waller not part of the backlash of why the team is collapsing? Right? Why is Josh Jacobs not in the conversation of why the team collapses? Why do you think it's the quarterback? Why is the defense not a part of the team collapsing? Why? It's just the quarterback. Why? I think if we play the game tomorrow, we win, and it doesn't make a difference in the sense of people ain't gonna trust anybody more. They'll be like, we'll be the team that didn't have nobody. I don't give a fuck. That puts us closer to the playoffs. Like I said, I thought this was a 9-win team before the season started, when everybody was healthy and we had a head coach. Now we got a special teams coach. Greg Olsen is a fucking bum. Offensive line is trash. No Henry Ruggs, no Darren Waller, no Ingold. Defense is giving up 30 a game. To me, it's not a collapse. Because if you told me before the season all these things would happen, I would say we'd be a 5-win team. And in fact, when somebody asked me earlier before the season started, what was the floor? I said the floor was 5-12. We have 6 wins. Deal with it. Deal with it. I'm somebody who only keeps it 100% real at the time things are happening. Right? I'm here for the good word. Preach. Hey, appreciate that 08. God damn, boy, switch your name up for me, man. God damn, just give me some ABC shit. Tito, I can do that. Keep Carr, get a true number 1 wide out. Much love. Appreciate it. Yeah, but we're averaging 15 on offense without anybody to score more than that. That's the thing, is people be like, well, our offense is what it's supposed to fucking be, considering who's on the field. Zay Jones and Brian Edwards are not built to go 100 yards a game combined. This offensive line is not built for Derek Carr to drop back 45 times. And it's also not built for us to hand the ball off 40 times. So how the fuck do you score? I don't disagree with anybody that thinks the offense is trash. I'm just asking you, why do you think it's trash? And your answer can't be the quarterback. He can be part of it. Leave the team exactly the way it is right now. Put Kenny Pickett there. You think we fucking win more than 6 games? You're fucking smoking dope. You're smoking dope. Damn, Clowney tested positive too. They're not going to let us play. We're not playing this game. We're not playing this game. I would love to. I'm taking a win. I don't give a fuck. I'm taking a win. I'm trying to see if there's any. Damn, yo. Down 11 starters. Ooh, I'm being told there have been NFL discussions today about rescheduling Saturday's Raiders-Browns game, likely to Monday or Tuesday. Decision could be announced within the next hour before Raiders are scheduled to travel. So I guess we'll find out in the next 60 minutes. I guess we're gonna find out in the next 60 minutes. But even if they schedule it for Monday or Tuesday, I don't think that's gonna. They're still gonna be missing some players. My boy Ryan Jensen, it's the organization, not the quarterback. How could you see it any other way? Look, man, they see it. They see it the way they want to see it because they're emotionally attached to their opinion, right? They're emotionally like if you're emotionally attached to Will Smith being the best actor ever, no matter how many good movies Denzel Washington makes, you are not changing your mind because you're emotionally attached to it. I'm only factually attached to my opinion. Meaning my opinion is this based on facts. The minute the facts show me something else, well, my opinion probably changes. Right? The facts tell me that this organization is a bunch of losers. The facts tell me that this organization is not built for success from the top down. Period. Right? The organization is putting this team in a position where it's like thin ice. As long as it don't crack, we're good. The minute it cracks, injury. The minute it cracks, head coach. The minute it cracks, fucking murder case. The minute it cracks, COVID. It's over. It's over. Keith Brown, appreciate it, super. Do you believe with the young core we have on defense, with enough time, they'll be able to be elite? Appreciate the facts you're giving Raider Nation. Keith, I believe with the core we have now, with a better DC, they'd be monsters. I think they'd be monsters with a better DC. I don't think Gus Bradley knows how to use the guys he has. And I don't think he prepares the right way for the games. I keep saying it. Every time Gus Bradley blitzes, it doesn't work. Every time it's a third down, most times than not, the Raiders don't stop them. That makes me feel like Gus Bradley has no idea when to call the plays. That tells me that Gus Bradley has no idea what the other team is doing or when they're going to do it. Therefore, give me a DC that does. Jason Hall, appreciate the super. We had to play with 11 out last year. They can suck it. Yeah, whatever. You know how that shit go. Waller sitting because so many starters got COVID. Honcho, what are your thoughts on cleaning house? Cleaning house as far as who? Versace gone. Gus Bradley gone. Tom Cable gone. Greg Olsen gone. But before Greg Olsen leaves, I'm punching him in his fucking face. I'm punching him in his face before he leaves. But he's gone. I already told you how I feel. I need a head coach like Deion Sanders. Look at what Deion Sanders did with Jackson State. He's getting guys that were committed to Florida State, decommitting and going to Jackson State. When have you ever heard anything like that? Gone. Get them out of here. Get those guys out of here. The only reason why I would get rid of Mike Mayock is because I just don't think he fits what I want going forward. Give me Louis Riddick as GM. Give me Byron Leftwich as my OC. Give me Todd Bowles as my DC. And you give me a Jim Harbaugh type guy, a Dabo Sweeney as head coach. I'm okay with that. Or Eric Bieniemy. Now, I know what you're thinking. It seems like a super black team. You goddamn right. Okay? It's time for me to see it. All right? Now, I ain't saying we can't have no white coaches. That ain't what I'm saying. But we need a new fucking identity. So you can give me, I don't want to see the Doughboys or the Kellen Moores. I just don't believe in those guys. I don't believe in those guys. I need my head coach to be a leader of men, and I need him to delegate the power and the decision making to the people who should be making it. Right? I just need the head coach to wear the headset and be the leader of men. So when shit gets sticky, he can say, look, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to get out of it. I need a general. I need a fucking general. Okay? That's what I need. If we trade Carr and he plays with another team, he will be a Super Bowl champion. Bad things happen this year. Let's see what next coach staff can do. Yeah. Elias, I agree. We need NWA coaching. Hey, I'm with it. I'm with it. Like, we got it. This shit got to be different. Right? This shit got to be different. Look at the players on our team. Look at the type of players we have on our team. When you think of a Trayvon Merrick, when you think of a Trayvon Mullen, when you think of a Nate Hobbs, a Max Crosby, a Unique Ngakoue, right? When you think of Josh Jacobs, like, you think of the type of men we have on a team. Well, it's only right that you get the right man to push those guys to different levels. You need a coach that might punch you square in your shit. That's just what it takes sometimes. Raiders were told to not get on the plane. Not surprised. I told you a few days ago this game probably wasn't going to happen. Nobody listened to me. Let's see if I get some updates. Yeah, I mean, it'd be tough for them to play that game. But I don't know if scheduling it. I don't know if you schedule. I don't know. Monday, Tuesday. I don't know how much of a difference that's going to make with these tests. I don't know. How many black head coaches won a Super Bowl? I don't know. I don't know. But, I mean, I don't know how many have gotten the opportunity. Riddick don't need to be a scout. Hire the fucking scouts. What are you talking about? Louis Riddick don't have to scout nobody. He got to hire the fucking scouts that scout people. And then he says, okay, let me see what you got and why you got it. Chance, appreciate you becoming a member, man. Thank you so much. Everybody, welcome to boy. Welcome to the family. Yeah, I get no respect. I get none. Frank G, what's up with it, man? Shout out to Wyoming. Nah, I don't think they don't have to forfeit, because if the guys that are testing positive are vaccinated, then I don't think they forfeit. I don't think they forfeit. I don't think that's how it works. But get some questions in, guys. I'm only here till like 2:30. Then I gotta bounce. The Las Vegas Raiders have been made aware that the league is discussing a potential scheduling change with the Browns game. Per source, Las Vegas has been fighting it, believing that protocols over the summer were clear. Yeah, they're right. They're right. I mean, you put certain protocols in place, and now you kind of switching them up. We need a young coach. Old style football is out. Yeah, I agree. Bringing Louis Riddick as president and Mike Tomlin as coach. See, yeah, I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that. We need somebody that has the persona. Like, this is Vegas, baby. This is the Raiders. This ain't the fucking Dolphins. This ain't the Vikings. It's the Raiders. There's a certain attitude you need to have. And I think we've lost that. We have no identity. We need to reestablish our identity. We need to reestablish like what it is to be a Raider. And this ain't Oakland, this ain't LA, this is Vegas. This is a new chapter in what Raiders football is. You need to set the precedent now. And guys like Bisaccia ain't it. Riddick and Tomlin, yeah, Raid, I feel you. Could you imagine? You down for M. Nagy? If what? Fuck no. Did I mention him? Appreciate the super. Did I mention him? I tell you the guys I mentioned. I tell you the guys I mentioned. Like this is what we always. I love getting these. Carr ain't it. Sorry to tell you, we need top tier quarterback. We trying to win championship or just make a playoff game. Tupac 100. Why is Derek Carr not it? I need that part. Why is he not a top tier quarterback? What makes him not a top tier quarterback? Like answer that. Answer that. You ain't got a super chat and I'll read it. Give me your reason. Why is he not a top tier quarterback? And I don't think Mac Jones is a top tier quarterback, but look, he's playoff bound. He ain't no fucking top tier quarterback. That's just your feelings telling you he can't be top tier. If he was top tier, he would have won already. When the facts are telling you he hasn't been given shit to win with. Right? So tell me why he's not top tier. Carr can't win a game by himself. Okay, who can? Tell me who can win a game by themselves. Tell me who can. But Max on a rookie deal, Carr gonna get he's not gonna get 40 million next year. What are you talking about? Like that, you like that's what I mean. Y'all just be saying shit. Y'all be saying shit that's not even true. You just say it. Like you just say it, like arguing with women. No disrespect to the women in here, but sometimes you argue with a woman, it's just like they just say shit. They just say shit. Like just throw shit in it. They ain't got shit to do with it. You know what I'm saying? We arguing about what time I came home, motherfucker, and you can't cook. You be like, the fuck that got to do with shit? The fuck me cooking got to do with anything? Like y'all just make shit up. He's gonna get 40 million. Motherfucker says who? Go get fucking Chris Godwin. Go get Chris Godwin. Trade for Shark. Fix your offensive line in the draft. Get a defensive tackle. Get a defensive coordinator with a pair of nuts. And then tell me. What he can't do. My bad, Laney. Sometimes it just got to be said, though. All elite quarterbacks can win a game by themselves. I don't know. I've seen Derek Carr win a couple games by himself. If that's what you really want to talk about, what does by himself mean? When he gets the ball last, oh yeah, he's done it 25 times in his career. When he's gotten the ball last down or tied, he's won the game. Well, he ain't the reason they tied the game, but he's the reason they won the game. So he's won games by himself then. Fuck you talking about? Chuck Pagano, get the fuck out of here. No, he ain't one of the people I named. Russell Wilson is playing ass this year. His offensive line. Okay, his offensive line is statistically better than Derek Carr's. And Derek Carr doesn't have DK Metcalf or Tyler Lockett. Quentin, you know the vibes. I don't want the fucking Browns to forfeit. I want to play. I want to watch a game. Shit, I'm a Raiders fan. I want to see a game. I want to fucking hear about it. God damn. I'm going to try to keep y'all updated. Can't confirm NFL is discussing plans to move Saturday's game. You could stop confirming shit that's already confirmed, bitch. The thing is, I think you have to move more than one game. Like, I don't know if they're going to want to do that. I just want to watch the game. Fuck it. Win, lose, or draw, man. Give me something to watch. I love watching the Raiders play. Lil, first round on the draft and fix O-line. Lil's a problem. He's a fucking problem. Yeah, right. Deshaun Watson. Win a game by yourself. Look at that shit. 4-12. But I guess he can win a game by himself if he was on the Raiders. Y'all bugging. He can't win a game by himself. Okay, so don't make him go out there by himself. Like, put some players around him. Like, why is him not being able to win a game by himself the indictment on him being good or not? Let me get Tupac off the screen. Unknown Raider guy, appreciate you. Brady, Mahomes, Lamar. Okay. I'm glad you think Lamar Jackson would somehow be able to win with this team. I love it. Deuce Gruden. Oh. Don't do that. Watson did have Waller, Jacobs, Renfro, and they worst defense. Oh, didn't. I was about to say, what the fuck you talking about? Honcho, when were you on with Docs? You said we need. All right, I think you said this before. I'm glad I saw it again. Philip, Honcho, when you on with Docs, you said we need that coach that gives that spark like Dion did his team. Who you think that can be? It's honestly, it's hard. It's hard to know. It's hard to know from the outside looking in. I think you'll know if you interviewed somebody. But there might be guys that we never heard of that can come in and be that. That can come in and be that. We don't know. We don't know. Like, but it's not gonna be, in my opinion, an old white guy. Like, to me, it's not gonna be Nick Saban, Urban Meyer. It's not gonna be one of those guys. It's gonna be the kind of coach that will scream at you, but then you'll take you to the bar and get you a shot of Hennessy. You know, that type of guy that you respect enough to where you respect his criticism, but also respect him enough to where you don't hold it against him and y'all can go have a drink. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's it's not the old white guys, man. That's just, I don't think that's where the NFL is going right now. You know Tomlin is, he got the fifth of Henny. Laney, he's spitting facts. You feel like that could be Byron? I like Byron because Byron knows what it takes to win, man. I saw that motherfucker with a broken leg getting carried down the field to win the game at Marshall. Honcho, then you need to coach us. Yo, facts. Could you imagine? I'd be so dripped out on the sideline. I'd be in that bitch with Tim's on. I'd be out that bitch with Tim's on with the fucking airbrush. I have the airbrush Tim's. With the fucking Raider logo on that shit. Motherfucking Troy would be like, I don't know about this guy. Shut the fuck up, Troy. Come up there, smack shit out you. And you look like Jay-Z. They don't want me out there. I'd be so dripped out. Dripped out. I'd be in the pregame meetings with a do-rag on and shit. Eating fucking hash browns from McDonald's. Who the fuck is this guy? The guy that smack shit out you. Take it easy. Stabler had Cliff Branch, Fred Biletnikoff, Dave Casper, Art Shell, Gene Upshaw, John Madden at coach. Gannon had Tim Brown, Jerry Porter, and Rice. Yeah. You need stuff, guys. You need players. You need players. You need stuff around you, man. Especially if you're a quarterback. You need things around you. If you're a running back, you need an offensive line. Quarterback needs offensive line and some receivers to throw to. Like, I know that they keep saying shit like, I saw this shit that came out yesterday. I thought this shit was just so mind-boggling to me. I never like to use the words fake news. I never like to use that shit. But when I saw this, Honcho super funny, man. We will go 0-17. You fucking crazy. You crazy. You out your mind if you think we're going 0-17 with me as a head coach. What are you talking about? We would not go 0-17. We would not go. I bet my life. We would not go 0-17 with me as a head coach. No, because when we win, them team parties would be so crazy. Motherfuckers be winning games. They'd be like, yo. Coach Honch ain't fucking around. So I saw this stat, right? And somebody sent it to me. It said most dropbacks with 2+ open receivers this season, and Derek Carr has 370 and Mahomes has 367. And this is what I thought was funny. With 2+ open receivers this season, right? Because I looked at the other stat that said top 7 receivers getting open is Renfro and Waller, right? So what does this stat mean that with most dropbacks with 2 open receivers this season? Well, he can only throw to one of them. And this stat is not saying that he doesn't throw to one of them or doesn't complete to one of them. So I don't understand why people think this stat means anything. I don't know why this stat means anything. The most dropbacks with 2+ open receivers this season. Derek Carr is second in NFL in passing yards. So obviously he's passing it to the open receivers. And the other part I don't understand is that Derek Carr also has probably the worst offensive line out of all these names. Mahomes, Herbert, Ryan, and Cousins. So it don't matter if the receivers are open if Derek Carr don't have the time to throw it to him. And you can say he locks in on one receiver. Yeah, but if the receiver's open, then he's fucking open. He's got to throw it to the open guy. So I just didn't understand what that stat meant. And people are like running with it. I'm like, what the fuck does it mean? Like, especially when you talk about you want a running quarterback who can run the ball. Well, then why the fuck you need a running quarterback if you got two receivers open? Or because you know that line ain't fucking blocking? Ain't nobody trying to break this news. If Browns Raiders is moved, it's worth noting that the Browns are also scheduled to play next Saturday on Christmas Day versus the Packers. Yeah. You know Derek Carr and that bitch like, fuck that, forfeit. Carr out that bitch like, forfeit. Joshua 13:12. Oh, shit. I don't mind Derek Carr locking in on one receiver when I know he doesn't have time to throw the ball. That's the thing. That's the thing. If I know he's not going to have time to throw the ball, then you got to lock in on one receiver. I played quarterback before. I know how that shit is. I was a running quarterback. I ran fucking 4.4. And I still needed somebody to block. What do I think about David Shaw? I don't think nothing of him. I mean, but who the fuck thought Hunter Renfrow averaged 500 yards receiving in college? 500 yards. Who would have thought he'd be top 5 in the NFL in receptions? Derek Carr did that. Who the fuck knew who Darren Waller was before Derek Carr made him into something? Nelson Aguilar was written off. I still don't even know if Nelson Aguilar's in the league right now, but Derek Carr had him looking good. Derek Carr had Crabtree rejuvenated. So I don't understand why you don't think Derek Carr will be successful with good wide receivers. I don't know if he made Jared Cook. Jared Cook was good, but he definitely helped him. Seth Roberts, goddamn, yeah, he was making motherfucking Waka Flocka Flame out that bitch looking like a. They had him throwing a Waka Flocka. You talking about he can't do more with less? You can't get more or less than what this motherfucker had. Yeah, Derek Carr don't be having shit, yo. Y'all be playing with that man name. Good to hear new reports today, but Browns Raiders game should have already been moved to next Monday or Tuesday days ago. Shut your bitch ass up, Dave. All I see is a bunch of chumps on here. But when the Raiders was missing motherfuckers against Tom Brady, and that shit didn't matter. Motherfuckers like, no, we're gonna play this one. We're gonna play this shit. He has Jones, Roberts, and Holmes. Carr audibles too much on the line. What the fuck? See what I'm saying? Like, this is what I be talking about. Like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with anything? Like, what does that have to do with anything? So this is what I mean. Carr is inconsistent. You can't depend on him for 17 games. Okay, let's say that's your point. What has the organization done consistently? I don't know. Pick bad talent in the first round. Sign free agents that don't want to be here and give them a whole bunch of money. So until the organization does things consistently right, how the fuck do I expect the players to do anything consistently right? Like, you'll put more responsibility and accountability on the quarterback of the organization than the actual organization. That don't make no sense to me. Like, when my son got when I see a kid, I'm a teacher. When I got a kid or I'm a coach, I got a kid that's being disrespectful, I go to the fucking parent. I will punch that parent dead in his fucking face. if his kid act like that. Because I put more responsibility on the foundation that's given to you than you as a child. Right? So it's the same thing in football. Well, if the players aren't responding, if the players are collapsing, if this and this is going on with the players, I look at the organization and say, well, what precedent have they set? What foundation have they given these players? And what foundation has the organization given Derek Carr? None. So why the fuck? Why am I? It's not. I'm not saying don't be critical of Derek Carr. I'm not saying don't put blame on Derek Carr. But how are you so overly critical of Derek Carr that your arguments are he's inconsistent, he audibles too much, he holds on to the ball too long? Like this shit is fucking nitpicking. This shit is nitpicking. Like, come on, guys. Come on. I agree the organization is dysfunctional, but Carr is still being paid $125 million to win. That ain't his fucking fault. He didn't pay himself. The organization that you don't want to blame paid him. So be mad at them. Again, you taking all this emotional frustration and anger that you should have towards the organization for being perpetual fuck-ups, but you're going to put it on Derek Carr, the only guy that don't want to sit out games, the guy who don't want to stay injured, the guy somehow that gives you the best chance to win. That's the guy you direct all your anger towards. Come on, bro. It don't work like that. Don't work like that. You hate Derek Carr so much, but don't be mad at the organization that pays him or keeps playing him over Marcus Mariota. Woo! Y'all got me all the way bent. What kind of shit is this? Defense is 31st in the fucking NFL. Exactly, Dick Vitale. Defense is 31st in the NFL, but the problem you have is Carr audibles too much at the line for me. The crazy part is last year when Carr was audible and all the time and it was good, the same haters would be like, those audibles don't mean anything. He's just saying it to confuse the defense. Now all of a sudden, the same people, he's fucking audibling too much. Like, y'all gotta fucking chill out. Y'all gotta chill out. I'm still hungry. I don't know how you could watch that Chiefs game. And still, even no matter how that Chiefs game went, if Foster Moreau doesn't fumble that or get that interception off his shoulders, which should have been a catch, Hunter Renfrow doesn't fumble where he fumbles, Josh Jacobs doesn't fumble for a touchdown, that game might have been different. You didn't even give Derek Carr a chance. He was pressured more in the first half of that game than he's ever been pressured in his career. But somehow that's his fault. Carr wasn't audibling too much when we was 5-2. Y'all gotta get out your feelings with this man. Y'all gotta get out your feelings with this man. Sick of the zone coverage, go man. He can't go man. You know why? Because the guy that you don't love the fucking most, Mr. 0 touchdowns given up this season, PFF #1, Casey Hayward, can't fucking play man. He can't. He can't play man. But tell me how it is you play a fucking cover 3, 8 men in the box, and can't stop the run, Gus. Well, we know Trayvon Mullen can play man. We know that Trayvon Merrick can play man. Trayvon Merrick's not even being used properly. Because Trayvon Merrick should be playing more man coverage as a safety. Facts. Facts. He did all his college career. First of all, he played quarters, and now you have him playing thirds, which he's still doing well. But he also played man. You don't have him playing no man. You're wasting him. I don't want to waste no talent. Yes, Casey Hayward cannot play man coverage. Sorry. And he can't fucking catch. So of course the whole team is to blame in KC because it'd be too hard to blame people that y'all really like. That's what it is. It'd be too hard to blame people y'all really like. The Carr debate will never stop. It will never stop. Ever. Because the minute Carr wins a championship, it'll be because of it was a team win. Well, good. We've been asking for a fucking team around him forever. Yeah, I ain't got no updates on the game yet. Just that they still talking about it. Yeah, Clowney out too. Hi, Holly. Welcome to the great DC debate. Who Holly? Mariota was open. Mariota was open that one play. He threw it to Foster Moreau. Oh shit. Who was that against the Washington football team? Mariota was open. We're not going to make you late for work. I don't got work. I gotta pick up my kids from school. 2:30. I gotta meet my son, so I got a couple more minutes. We better play the run because the Browns are running all day. Well, it depends if we play Saturday or not. But I think if you're playing against a team that has their third string quarterback, then yeah, I think you sell out to stop the run. Sell out to stop the run. We don't get no turnovers. We're 25th in the NFL in takeaways. I don't care about all the pressure. It don't matter. Because no matter how much pressure we get, we're not really getting that many sacks. Give Mariota a chance to end the debate. How can you give how could Mariota playing the last 4 games of the season change the debate? You would have to give him the same amount of time Derek Carr had, because Derek Carr went 12-3 before. Derek Carr already started 5-2, 6-2, 6-3, back-to-back seasons. So it wouldn't be fair. Even if Marcus Mariota played lights out for 4 games, it wouldn't fucking matter. It wouldn't matter because he hasn't shown he can do it from top to bottom, just like Derek Carr. So you would have to start him all 16, 17 games for you to say, okay, he's the guy now. Because we've seen Derek Carr do it for a half a season. So how the fuck would it help me to see Marcus Mariota play good for 4 games? So y'all don't be keeping that same energy. No, don't start Klee over Max. Just move Klee inside. They did it last year. You run a 4-3. Move him inside. Mariota has also won a playoff game in KC. Come on, don't do that, yo. Don't do that. I don't understand like how that is relevant. He also got his fucking job taken by Ryan fucking bum ass Tannehill, but we ain't gonna bring that up. I'm pretty sure that was after he won a playoff game, but we ain't gonna bring that up. Shit is crazy, yo. Maybe that helps Carr. What helps Carr? So you'll help Carr by putting in the backup quarterback, but you won't help Carr by getting him a better receiver. I don't know what y'all be smoking on, yo. I don't know. That shit must be heavenly. Just be saying shit. It'll help Carr. That's how you want to help Carr, by benching him, but don't help him by fixing the line. Don't help him by getting receivers. Don't help him by getting a better defense. Help him by benching him. Oh shit. It's looking like Browns Raiders might move to Monday night. That's what it's looking like right now. The Browns are such bitches. Does the score in the first quarter, problems in the red zone, turnovers, no playoff equal Carr? I think he's part of it. Y'all gotta understand. I don't start my show saying Carr is so great. Carr is this or that. No, y'all bring him up. Y'all be bringing him up. I just answer the fucking questions and point out how the shit you say is stupid. And since you can't debate and you can't argue, your responsibility, you have a man crush. Oh, you're just caping. You're just a Carr stan. You're a fanboy. Yeah, because you can't fucking argue with me. You don't have the fucking brain power and the ability to articulate yourself to argue with me. So you'll just say, you have a man crush on him. All right. Cool. It's a great way to win an argument, to just revert to insults when you can't actually debate anybody. If Mariota was better, he would play. I just don't know if I don't know why. I don't know. Sean, appreciate the Super Raiders pushing for forfeit win, since NFL said any teams with massive outbreaks would have to forfeit. But I think they said that based on those players not being vaccinated. I think they said if the outbreak is through players that are vaxxed, then they don't forfeit, they reschedule. I think if the players weren't vaxxed, they forfeit. I always tell people I'm a defensive coordinator, so my approach to football is not how many points I can score. My approach to football is how many points can I limit you guys to? Because if I limit you to 15, then the offense has to score 16. If I limit you to 20, the offense has to score 21. So to me, I just approach the game that way. It's not about how many points our offense scores, about how many points our defense gives up. That's just my perspective, right? Because you think you are right on your opinion, but come on, bro, 8 years in the league. I'm not right about my opinion. The shit I'm saying to you are facts. It's not opinions. The shit I'm saying is actual facts. Now, because this is what I'm saying. The facts are in 8 years, Derek Carr has brought the team to the playoffs one time. And that would be your reason for thinking Derek Carr sucks, I guess, right? But how could Derek Carr suck as if you tried to trade him? Right? First of all, y'all will say trade him. Well, how could you trade somebody that sucks? So you obviously don't agree with Derek Carr sucks. Right? Now, if you take Derek Carr's 2016 season out, since 2002, the Raiders have 0 winning seasons. Well, again, Derek Carr didn't come here until 2014. So, okay, he's the issue for these 8 years. What the fuck was the issue the 8 years before that? The organization, the franchise. That's not an opinion. That's a fact. That's a fact. It's a fact. Yeah, Monday Night Football for the Raiders and Browns. Monday Night Football, Raiders and Browns. You heard it here. Raiders and Browns, Monday Night Football. Right there. So it's not me thinking I'm my opinion is right. It's those are the facts. That what team has Derek Carr really been on where you say, you know what? This is a fucking contender now. This is a contender. Like, when did you think that? Never. You'll say Derek Carr sucks, but those be the same people that told me they was going to win 12, 13 games this year with that quarterback that y'all thought sucked. Shout out from Cali. People expect Mariota to make this offense better or something. I don't get it. Shake my head, talk that shit, Honcho. I mean, it is what it is. They just want to see something different at this point, and that's fine. That's all you have to say is I just want to see something different. That's fine. You don't have to try to say Derek Carr is terrible. That's why we need to get rid of him. No, he's not terrible. He's not a bad quarterback. The truth of the matter is he's a pretty good quarterback. And there are 9, 10 teams right now that he would be a starting quarterback for, if not more. Tim Tebow won a Heisman too. I don't think he would win any games with this Raiders team. And Tim Tebow won a playoff game. I don't think he would win games here. So you got to miss me with all that Mariota Heisman and Mariota won a playoff game. I don't give a fuck. If Derek Carr is average, then what's this offensive line? If Derek Carr is average, then what's Brian Edwards? If Derek Carr is average and he's second in the NFL in passing, then what's our defense when they're giving up the most points in the NFL? I will compare Mariota to Tebow because, in my opinion, Tebow is a better football player. Tebow is one of the best college football players of all time. Mariota wasn't. So our O-line is below average. Our wide receivers are below average. Our defense is below average. Facts. But you want to get rid of the quarterback. It's not opinion. That's a fact. The numbers tell us that Derek Carr is not below average. The numbers tell us that our offensive line is below average. Our running game is below average. Our wide receiving core is below average. Our defense is below average. We already know the coach is below average. But get rid of Carr. I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Our quarterback is probably the only guy you could trade and get something for. I don't care if Mariota won a Heisman. He would never, ever, ever in the history of life be a better college football player than Tim fucking Tebow. Are you out of your mind? I said college. Tim Tebow might be the greatest college football player of all time. And he won a playoff game in the NFL. So does that mean, well, he would probably come in here and win games because he won a playoff game? Shut the fuck up. It's my point. I don't know what we're gonna do about running backs in the offseason, only because I think because Josh Jacobs made a Super Bowl last year. I mean, I'm bugging. Since Josh Jacobs went to a Pro Bowl last year, I think he gets $10 million. I think there's some incentives in there. You jamming that net way before work? That shit horrible. But yeah, I'm about to get up out of here, man. It's official. The Raiders play Monday night. It's ass. It sucks. But yeah, make sure you hit them likes. So make sure you hit the likes. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, subscribe to the channel, man. All right, subscribe to the fucking channel. I think Docs is about to go live 2:30. Talk about the game being rescheduled. Go check him out. Thanks for pulling up, man. I appreciate everybody that super chatted, all that shit. Thank you so much. People say Mariota went to the playoffs and won a playoff game. Well, Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl. Where is he now? Yeah. Colin Kaepernick, same thing. There's a lot of quarterbacks that have done things. Doesn't mean they would do it here. And that's why I said Honcho would be. Why? And that's why I said Honcho would be the head coach of my Raiders. Why? Why would I say make you? What the fuck are you talking about? What did I say that would make you think I'd be 0-17? The fuck are you talking about? Huh? All I'm saying is if like somebody made the comment that Marcus Mariota was a Heisman Trophy winner, and I said, well, shit, Tim Tebow is the greatest college football player of all time. What does that mean for the Raiders? Nothing. That was the point. It's irrelevant. He won a Heisman. I don't give a fuck if he won a Heisman. Oh, because I want DC? No, I want look. Before y'all go, listen to me. I would much rather win with anybody else than lose with Derek Carr. Derek Carr needs to play better. Derek Carr needs to be better at decision making. Derek Carr needs to be more consistent. He needs to take care of the ball. Those are all negative things that I just said about Derek Carr. With that being said, until you find me a better quarterback to replace him, Derek Carr is the guy. And until the next time, Raider Honcho out.